What's up, Hainsworth? Looks like you're the first one here. Steven right behind. Kev K, what's going on? Michael Johnson, Denard, Adam, ND, BM. Believe that's Brimac, Saga, Pookie's Revenge, what's going on? Adrian's in the house, as well as Yusuf. And Saga, what's going on? Let's go ahead and get the video going. PBU Class of 2020. That's hilarious, Kev K. What's going on, penny boys and gals? It's your boy, What the Duck here, and it's time for another trading class video. What's going on, Vika? Vika? I always pronounce it wrong, and I always forget which is the right way. Today we're going to be going over some Finviz. We're going to be having some fun with Finviz. We're going to be scanning some stocks. I'll be showing you some settings that I like to use. It's just settings that I like to use. You do not have to use them, but it's good to know kind of how it works and how to play around with it so you can find the settings that work best for you. Just like anything in trading, trading is personal. Trading is what works best for you, but it's always good to see what others are doing. So you can kind of tweak their plans or just see how a plan works, if that's something that you need to know. But yeah, so we'll be going over some settings. I'll be chatting with people in the chat, like Jessica Yun, what's going on? Travis, what's happening? Candy Diet's here. And maybe we'll get some scan settings from you guys. If you guys have any, we can do that one. We can do some of those together. But the whole point of this is just to make it so you guys can kind of understand the basics of Finviz and how it works and how to, kind of be your own trader and look for your own stocks. Obviously, we're not going to be as advanced as Lee or as Big Quench. These guys have been doing this forever. I know Big Quench has his own stock scanner, like that he made. It's like crazy. So but it's we can do the basics. We're never going to find the plays that they can find, but we'll be able to find a little bit. What's going on? Tatiana? Globe in the background. We're dealing with a round earth right here. I don't trust him or anything he says. That's hilarious. Pookie's Revenge. Yeah, there's my round earth. That's what you want to call it. So yeah, let's do some Finviz. Let me go ahead and pull my Finviz up. I'm still going to be watching the chat as well on my phone while we do that. So let's go ahead and pull up some Finviz. The thing about Finviz is it is free, which is why we like it. So I make sure that you guys can see the screen. Yeah, we're still on the screen. Good. All right, so Finviz is free, which is the best part about Finviz. They do have a paid version, but who has time for all that, right? Free is the best way to go about it, I think, because you can kind of get everything that you need with the free scanner. Let's actually start out with just the basics of Finviz for those who don't use Finviz. First things first, it's under finviz.com, and the free version does have a lot of ads. So if you guys have Hulu, you guys probably know how that works compared to like Netflix. You get a lot of ads. So Finviz, you go to the home setting, you get all your Dow Jones, your Nasdaq, your S&P, just kind of showing you how it did for the day. It looks like we had a little recovery towards the end of the day on all three. You have your heat map. This kind of shows you how all the stocks are doing in general. If you see a lot of red, it means that it's coronavirus season. If you see a lot of green, it means we're getting out of it. We have some tickers. These ones show you some different kind of signals. Signals being like top gainers, ones that hit their new high, ones that are overbought, unusual volume. So you can kind of get like a gist of what's going on in the market through that. If you are into different types of charting, if you're into types of a type of candle patterns, then you can look at the specific candle patterns. These show you all the stocks that have a wedge or a wedge up, or a channel down, or a double top, or multiple tops. So like all these kind of have the same thing going on. You see in the top right, that multiple top. Same thing here. Same thing here. So if you do join us in our Penny Boys University courses, the official ones that are starting in 2 weeks, towards the end, we're going to be going over in full how to find specific chart patterns and how to trade specific chart patterns so that you can eventually go into Finviz. And let's say our goal is to find what works best for us individually as traders. So maybe for me, I'm best at trading a double bottom. Maybe for you, you're best at trading a wedge. Maybe Pookie's Revenge is good at the horizontal. Whatever's best individually for you. The goal is to find like 2 or 3 chart patterns that you're really good at, and just keep trading that and keep trading that. Master that, because you don't want to be a jack of all trades in stock trading, you want to be a master at something. It is good to know everything as well, or as much as you can, but successful traders kind of just focus and narrow in on one or two or three different types of plays, and they just make money over and over again on those types of plays. You got all your stocks with major news because everyone wants to talk about Apple and Tesla. So of course those two are up there. Everyone's always asking about Amazon. So these are the ones that have the major news going on. Saga says, I'm part of the Big Quench team. He always has fire alerts. Lee is cool too. Yeah, no, definitely they're the masters of this. They've been doing this. They've been doing this for a long, long time. Nick 2086 made it to the chat. Same with Subby Snack. Subby SNCK, I guess it's not Snack. All right, so yeah, then you have your headlines. So these are just, I don't usually use these honestly, but it just tells you kind of like the stock news, stock market news in general. These will also tell you your earnings that are coming up. This is a really nice tool. All your different earning releases coming up. A means it's after hours. B is before market opens. And the nice thing about Finviz, if you don't know what something means, you can just kind of put your mouse over it, and it will tell you. So after market close, before market open. Like for here, like stocks with strong multiple top patterns or head and shoulders strong. It kind of tells you like a little gist of what's going on as far as that goes. You got some insider trading, some more insider trading, and these are your futures. So these will tell you not what's going to happen in the future. But this is telling you what the futures are trading at currently. So you have your oil, your gas, gold, and then our three main stock markets. If you're into Forex, you got your Forex and bonds over there. That's that. You also have the groups section, which we are going to be oh wow, that's not good. That's a lot of red. Which we are going to be using later in one of our scans. That is a lot of red in the one day. I actually haven't seen that recently. Who here made money? Who here in the live stream made money on this red day? Using the alerts or just using your own stocks? Saga says I'm going to be master of swing calls, and you know what, Saga? That's not like, I don't know if you're joking or not, but that's actually a thing. Like some people only do swings. They say, you know what? I tried out day trading. I took notes. I had a plan, and it's not for me. I'm a swing trader. Some people just do that. Some people specialize in double, in low floats. Some people specialize in stocks that are beaten down. Some people specialize in day trades. Some people do only day trades that go above their high a day. Like, some people just do that and they get really good at trading that specific trade and they just do it over and over and over again. And our whole thing, the whole point of PBU is at the end of the PBU courses, once you get the tests, you do all the quizzes, you do all your homework, whatever. The goal is to make you your own traders and for you to understand what kind of trader you are and to make you as successful as you possibly can be trader. And not just kind of like just walking around the stock market looking around like, what am I doing? Like, should I get into this place? Should I do this? Should I do that? So this shows you all the different performances, over the 1 year, over the half of a year, 3-month performance. It kind of shows you what's been going on. So like if all your stocks in your portfolio going down, you can say, oh, well, this is why every stock seems to be going down, especially ones in real estate. So maybe don't jump into real estate unless you're trying to get those ones that are at a good price that you think it's going to come back. But that's up to you. Breezy says, what is a swing? It's typically a trade that so day trades last a day, long trades last more than 3 months, swings in between. So like typically a swing trade is like overnight to like 5-6 days to a week. Sometimes it'll last up to 3 months. Anything over that is considered a long play or even an investment. So now let's go to the screener. This is the reason we're all here. So you have 3 different types of scans you can do. You have your descriptive, your fundamental, and your technical. Fundamental, so descriptive, first of all, it means like, what kind of exchange it's in, what kind of sector it's in, what industry it's in. It's kind of like describing what the stock is. Like if someone say, hey, what is XYZ stock? You would just describe it to me. You'd be like, all right, well, it's, it's trading in the, New York Stock Exchange. It's a technology stock, this and that. Like, that's what descriptive is. Fundamental. So this is when people say fundamental analysis, they're talking about the company and how the company is doing, their sales, their cash flow, their quarter over quarter growth. That's fundamental. And technical analysis would be the 50-day high and low, the charting, the patterns, the RSI, the candlesticks, and all that good stuff. So if you ever hear someone saying, someone saying rock your mics in the chat, what's up, rock your mic? Dang, that's what's up, rock your mic. Making some money, making some profits. I know that you had a new plan that you were implementing, so I'm happy to see that. Do I know? B. Brimac asked, Duck, do you know if Austin and Lee take the insider trading info here into consideration when checking for a play? Honestly, I think they probably take everything into consideration. They definitely have their own, specific way of doing it, but I mean, they know all of this. Like, they know what all these things mean, whereas some of us only know a few. Like, some people might not know what average true range is. But the nice thing about Finviz is, if you have the time to do the research, you can just you can either look it up on Investopedia.com, or you can just do this and it'll tell you what it is. So average true range is a measure of stock volatility, and then you can read that if you like. But yeah, I don't personally know if Austin or Lee do use the insider trading info in Finviz. Personally, I haven't really asked them, but I'm sure they take everything into consideration. I mean, if it's out there, you might as well at least just look at it. But they definitely have, like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things, the top things that they'll look at first. So what I do is I just do all. That way you can just see everything, so you don't have to go like back and forth. That kind of makes it a little bit harder. I've got my notifications on. Let me turn the volume down for that on Discord. So to answer your question, Spooker Vent said Austin is mentioned in the past. So most likely, depending on how they're looking at it. Oh, he's mentioned it in the past, so he has mentioned the insider trading info. I'm really happy for you, Rock Your Mic. I'm glad that you got some profits. I hope that new plan is working for you. So let's go ahead and get right into it and do our first stock scan for today. So we are going to do... Let's just do this is a basic one. This is just a basic stock scan, kind of looking for a low float, maybe a possible breakout, but this is just like a pretty basic run-of-the-mill stock scan. So first of all, you're going to be looking for something that is oversold. So you're going to go to RSI, because RSI is an indicator that shows you whether something is overbought or oversold. Typically overbought is over 70, typically oversold is under 30, but it really depends on, certain people have different criteria as far as that goes. So I'm going to look for oversold. We can do, let's just do oversold 40. Now let's do 30. And you can always tweak it from there. Relative volume. So relative volume is telling you the volume based off of the average volume. So what the current volume is compared to the average volume. So if the current volume is twice as, like 5 times as much as the average volume, then your relative volume be over 5. So we're going to look for over 3. Ownership tab. All right, so we're going to do float. So basically what we're going to do is I'm going to go to the ownership tab. And what this does, that's how we look up the float. There's one way of looking at the float. So now I'm just going, so this is just 2 settings, boom, boom, just relative volume and RSI. It shows 10 tickers. So like initially there's like 5,000 tickers. You're not going to look at 5,000 stocks when you're trying to find a stock to get into. So this is your way of narrowing down. So now you have 10 stocks to look at, which is a lot easier than trying to find 5,000, look over 5,000 different stocks. Whoops. So you're going to do ownership and float. You're going to click that little float button. So the arrow is pointing up, and this means you're looking for a lower float. So the ones up top are the lower floats. So these are just these are stocks that have a pretty decent volume compared to their average volume, and they're oversold. And they are in the low float area. And then from there, you just kind of you can look at all the different stocks. You can go into all of them. We'll kind of do that. We'll do this for one specific setting. I'm not going to go through every single stock. We're going to search some together later, but what you would do is you can click it to see. Well, let's do one, I guess. We'll do one in this one. Let's do a penny stock. So let's do this one. So Oromad Pharmaceuticals. So ORMP. I probably pronounce Oromid. It's a healthcare stock. under biotech. So right here it shows you all the description of the stock. So it tells you what kind of industry and what kind of sector it is. And here it just kind of shows you your chart. Typically I'll look into Webull as well to look at the 1 minute and to kind of see what's going on there, see some comments. This kind of just tells you the basics. So it tells you right here the RSI is definitely in the oversold area. Right now the price is, so this tells you the distance from the 52-week low. So it's above the 52-week low, which was I think right around here it looks like. So it looks like it was down here, it came up a little bit, and now it's down again. So hopefully, ideally, it'll come back, it'll go down. This will be like that low, that support. And ideally, it'll maybe come back up again to this, $4 range. Like when people say there's a gap to fill, in theory, this stock has a gap to fill. Think of it like trying to fill literally fill a gap or fill a ditch. Like this is the bottom, like the left side of the ditch. Now we kind of want to fill it up and turn it into the right side of the ditch. So ideally, this stock could come back up to that $3-4 range. This is kind of one of those like beaten down stocks. As you can see, the past couple of days it got beaten down. And what you can do is you can look at the ROA, return on assets, return on equity, to see if it's a solid company. If you see a lot of red, that's typically not a good thing. If you go down, then what I like to do is go down and look at the news to see why that stock got beaten down, and to see the reason. Maybe it was a reverse split. Maybe it was this. Maybe it was that. Saga says that they want to learn candlesticks. We do have a whole 2 weeks actually on candlesticks in our upcoming PBU game plan. So, Nick 2086. I'm trying my own play with WTRH. Man, WTRH was one of the first stocks I bought back when it was 30 cents, and I sold it for when it was up to maybe 80 cents or $1. I wish I held on to it because I know it reached at least $5 at one point. But yeah, so there we go. So this kind of shows you all the different news. So you can see why it went up or why it went down. It tells you in the right how much it did go up. So it looks like they had a positive end of phase 2 meeting about insulin, oral insulin. So that's a good thing. That means it's, in theory, they're working on some good stuff. They had a good report. Then it went down here again. Something about a conference. So what I would do is I'd click it and look into it. But yeah, so this one, I might put it on my watch list, under my beaten down watch list, weekly watch list, see if it goes down to that 52-week low, see if it bounces back up off of this current support maybe. But yeah, right now it looks like it could eventually fill that gap up to that 350 range, at least the $3 range, then 350, and then the next target would be around $4. So that's that one stock. But yes, all you do is oversold, over 3, and then you go to ownership. This is how you kind of do all the float in order. There is another way to do floats as well, but for this specific scan, I like to just do it this way. It makes it a little easier. You can see in order, because there's only going to be 10 stocks here. Oh, there's just energy. I know some of y'all probably have had a bad time with JE. So yeah, so that is this scan. That is going to be the basic stock scan. So a possible low flow, possible breakout. So oversold, over three relative volume. If you want to do just penny stocks, you can just do the under $5, which is your typical penny stock. That'll narrow it down even more to just these ones right here. And yeah, so these are ones that kind of got hit. This one actually looks like it, depending on the news and all that, it might come back up. Yeah, it's a big drop, $10. That must have been a reverse split or something. But yeah, so that's that stock. Let's do stocks that have. Oh, another thing you can do for this one in particular is you can do performance up. Let me get rid of this. We can just do all stocks. This is showing you ones that actually went up on the day. So it means that it's currently trying to do that reversal. So actually, let's go into this one. So this one wasn't trading so well today. It did well. There's actually no news on the reason why. So this might be, you might want to look in, might want to go into Webull and check out why. Maybe this is happening, why it's reversing. Isn't it going to reverse all the way up? But that's just looking for ones that might currently be making their way up. You just go to performance today up. So let's look at one. So you just got to reset to reset it all, and then you have your 7,528 stocks. Who here can guess what type of NutriBullet smoothie I am sipping on right now? What's in it? If anyone can guess at least three of the ingredients, I'll give you some Penny Boys raffle tickets. Oh, so it turns out that AKBA was actually an alert. So there you go. So we just found one of the alerts. And that sounds like it would be one of the Lee's alerts, honestly. Because it's one of those beaten down stocks. Let me give you a hint on the smoothie just so you can see it. Because it might be hard to. This is what it looks like. So if anyone can guess at least three, there's at least like, I think there's probably 7 or 8 ingredients in there. If you can guess at least 3, I'll give whoever does it first, what did I say, three Penny Boys raffle tickets, one for each ingredient. So candy dye. Travis says no apples too late. That's hilarious. You're not wrong. Candy dye says strawberry, protein powder, mango. No, actually, not today. I actually had one just like that the other day. You guys got to guess 3 of the things. Like whoever guesses all 3. Like no, NOE. Let's get alright. So spinach, banana, peanut butter, no. Kale, asparagus, and protein powder, and strawberries and oat flour. Cucumber, kiwi, celery. All right, you guys are getting close. Everyone's a little bit close. Kale, banana, strawberry, almond, spinach, kiwi, and protein powder. Starts naming Skyrim. That's hilarious. Pookie's Revenge says starts naming Skyrim alchemy ingredients. Alchemy 100. NutriBullet 100. Well, everyone is saying almond milk. I'll give you all a hint. Almond milk is one of them. So now all you guys got to do is guess at least 2 ingredients. 2 things that are in here. Everyone's been saying at least a couple of them as I pull up my next scan. Or as I start to do the next scan. Let's see. Let's just do that. Today I'm 15%. Forget today. No, I don't want to upgrade my Finviz experience. I'll just do that just in case. Some of these do the same thing. So you have your performance 1, performance 2. You can kind of like let's say you want to do for the week it's up as well. I'm not going to do that for this one, but just so you know, there are 2 different, like you can kind of combine stuff here. These will give you 18 tickers. So let's do, let me scroll to volume over 1. So if you click tickers here, oh sorry, whoops, not tickers, charts. It'll show you all the charts in one screen. Let me go back to the chat and see if anyone's gotten that smoothie. So almond milk. Michael Johnson, was it spinach? Yeah, Michael Johnson got 3 of the things. He said spinach, carrots, and protein powder. I do have carrots in there. I do have protein powder in there. And I do have spinach in there. Increase oxygen, carbon, and nitrogen. So yeah, Michael Johnson has just gotten 3. I gotta write that down somewhere because I will forget. 3 raffle tickets. Congratulations, Michael Johnson. So yeah, what I put in this one was spinach, almond milk, protein powder, a little creatine, carrots, celery, and some berries, just mixed frozen berries from Stop and Shop, and some little bit of Greek yogurt to give it some oomph. And what was the last thing I put in? Flaxseed. There we go. Margarita is a smoothie. Steven, you're not wrong. I mean, you're not technically, you can make a margarita smoothie. Oh, that's Big Mike. What's up, Big Mike? All right, so this current stock scan is going to show you stocks that are kind of looking for continuation. So they're, so first of all, we're doing under $5. We're trying to do penny stocks, and we're just looking for stocks that changed from the open. So it just went up since open, and performance is up. So this is stuff that is currently going up. It has good volume and under $5. So we're just looking for a stock that might continue going up. So like those stocks that were beaten down that we were just looking at. So this is like the stocks that were beaten down and now they're on the way up. Like, so those beaten down ones we're trying to get here. Well, these ones are a little more safe because they're already on that way up to that, filling that gap. So you don't have to wait. You don't have to worry about it still going down and getting that average. These would be ones that you kind of buy a little bit on the quicker side. Like you see how it was trading up here, went down. The hope is that it's going to come back up. The beaten down ones, you're kind of trying to find that bottom. With these ones, you're kind of in the process of already finding the bottom and coming back up. So all these kind of see, you'd look for ones that kind of look like this, like they went down, now they're coming back up. This one's coming back up. This one already did a big spike today, so I would stay away from that one. But this one I like because it went down, boom. I just clicked that by accident, so I guess we can look at it. So it looks like the reason why it went, it's July 31st. So there's nothing news-wise that made it go up. It looks like they had approval for a phase 3 for a study, so that might be why. Company is not the best, but it doesn't matter. For penny stocks, we don't care about the company as much because it's not like Amazon or Google where we're investing. Like I was saying yesterday, yesterday we don't invest in penny stocks, we trade penny stocks. So ideally, you try to get this one, maybe look for a little bit of a pullback, and then try to get it on the way up to that 350 target over here. And as you can see, it did the same thing right here. You can look at the past trading pattern. It went down, and it came back up again. Now it's going down, and hopefully it'll come back up again. So that's the goal for this type of continuation play. These are kind of the ones like that Big Quench will look for, as opposed to Lee. Lee does the ones that are at the bottom, trying to look for the bottom. This is trying to, it already found the bottom. We're trying to kind of get it on the way up. So this is a continuation play. So all you're doing is looking for today, up 15% at the very least. You're looking for some good volume, so relative volume over 1. And you're looking for a good change from the open, and of course, penny stock under $5. So we're going to reset that. Let's look for a bounce play. Who here knows what a bounce play is in the chat? Down under $5 while I set this up. Who can tell me what a bounce play is? We'll give 1 ticket for that. Whoever explains it the best. I gotta be a little more liberal with these tickets, or I guess conservative with these tickets, because they are worth more than they were before. We were giving tickets away during these classes. Because before we were doing 10 tickets, 5 tickets. Now it's like 1 ticket per post in the raffle, and we're giving away cash, so I can't be giving away too many tickets. It keeps making me nervous every time it does that. I'm like, did it just crash? So I'm looking for a bounce play here. Where, market, where are you? There it is. Alright, let's do relative volume. One. Okay, that'll break it down a little bit. Let's see what the answers are. Cat bounce. Dead cats bounce off of resistance. Went down fast, will come back up some. Then takes a big dive, then rebounds back up. Oh, so Subby SNK gets it. So you see, they've been playing the bounce on that Kirk alert. Hits a peak, drops a bit, buys it on the dip, and runs back up. So it's like a bouncy ball. It bounces like boing boing. Why am I doing sound effects? Yeah, it's like a bouncy ball. Big Mike is being gracious, letting you guys get that one. So I'm gonna give that to. I'm gonna give it to Subby SNK. What is your Discord? Because not only did you get the answer right, but you've also been playing that, it looks like, and you had Kirk actually was one that you could be doing that. So Subby SNK, what is your Discord? Oh, Derelix, what's up, Derelix? It's funny because I don't know who like all the names on the YouTube chat, but then you guys tell me, oh, it's it's Derelix, or oh, it's Brimac, or oh, it's Matster. It's like, oh, that's awesome. What's up? All right, so these are bounce plays. So that's a weird one. So yeah, as you can see, like here, like bounce is bouncing. This one bounced, came up, went down. Maybe it'll come back up again. Let's look at this one. So yeah, here you can see something bad happened, something really bad happened. And then it bounced up, now it's on the way down. We're hoping that it'll bounce off of the support. The nice thing is you can look back, back in April, that kind of has been, like this trading area over here, kind of has been where it has been using the, so like a pretty long support. Like right here, that line. So that's a good sign. Like if this bouncing was happening up here, like it did here, that would make me nervous because it still has these supports that it could go down to. Like it could go down here, could go down to here. Right here, it's nice because it's at that long support. So you look once again, penny stocks. We don't really care as much about the company because we're trying to get in, we're trying to get out, we're not investing in it. We're gonna see what happened. Oh, investigation claim. You ever see investigation? That's one. I mean, the thing is though, as everyone always says, every reaction is an overreaction. So you do see this, you might make you a little nervous, but at the same time, you want to buy the fear possibly, which is what people probably did here. And they bought the fear and then they sold it again because they got fearful again. So maybe you can buy the fear again, have it come back up to that $4 range. I mean, it's probably trading up here. What was it, September? When was that investigation stuff happening? September 8th. So yeah, probably right around there is, or actually, yeah, probably right around here is when they were talking about the investigation went down. I wonder what happened over here though. Oh, here we go. Oh, I see. Yeah, investigating. Yeah, so you see right here it says this one investigation company was investigating the stock that we're talking about, Garrett Motion. So Bernstein Liebard is investigating Garrett Motion for violation of securities. Right here, the law office of Frank R. Cruz announced an investigation of Garrett Motion on behalf of investors. Went down 44% when they heard about this investigation. And then some more news came out and went down 16% because of investigation. So that's over here. It just died. because of investigation news, and it came back up because it looks like people were just like, you know what? I think that it went down to. I think that this drop was an overreaction. I think that yes, it's not a good thing about investigation, but maybe it should have dropped to here, but it dropped to here, so I'm hoping it's going to come back up to here. So, a lot of this is, even if a stock isn't necessarily a good company, it's all about, buying and selling and whether or not people are willing to buy or if they're fearful enough to sell. And if people are willing to buy, then the stock's going to go up. It doesn't matter, what they could be getting investigated for murder. If people want to buy the stock, then the stock's going to go up. So that's kind of like an instance of buying the fear, but that's a bounce play. I'm going to post all these settings as well for our Penny Boys University members. I'll be posting that in the PBU class area, so you guys don't have to be writing them all down really fast, so you don't have to worry about that. But so derelicts. Oh, you can't change your I guess because your YouTube name is kind of stuck with it, huh? So yeah, that's a bounce play. Derelicts said that perfectly. He explained it perfectly. Next one's going to be, let's see. Let's look at a swing play. So, someone's asking, what's a swing play? So a swing play is not a day trade. It's not a long play. It's right in between. Typically, maybe it's a couple weeks, couple days, maybe even overnight. So this is a swing trade scan. So you're gonna look for your market under 10 prices. You want all the prices to be over the SMAs. So price above SMA 20, because if a price is above the moving average line, that's usually a good thing. It's usually telling you that has some strength. So price above all the SMAs. Now we're going to be doing some technical searching here. So EPS growth over quarter, which tells you the earnings per share growth quarter over quarter. You want that to be over 5%. So that's telling you that the company is actually doing pretty well from this quarter compared to last quarter. And sales growth in general over 5% as well. So this is over the year. So this year compared to last year has been doing well. So average true range, we're going to do that. And that's a measure of stock volatility. And we're going to do this over 2.5. That's a typical search for average true range is over 2.5. Institutional ownership, if I can find it. There, no, it's insider transaction. Institutional ownership is over 10%. So people are, got those. What this tells you, and like I said, you can always just look it up by scrolling your mouse over it, the level to which a company is owned by financial institutions. All right, so that's still 120, right? Let's do the price. Let's do that under $5. Let's do penny stocks. So these are 11 possible swing plays for penny stocks. PSTV, that looks familiar. Was that an alert? Does anyone know? No, I'm thinking of P. No, wasn't that PSTV? Lee's alert? No, I'm thinking that one that's at 30 cents. What am I thinking of? PSV, is it? Anyway, so yeah, so these are all possible swing plays. You want to look for a chart that you like, typically, one that you're used to trading. Let's see. See, this one makes me nervous. This one could continue going up like it is. This one has a nice trend line going up. Now, actually, this one does too. So look, it's going up. It's going up. Ideally, you want it to continue going up. You have to look at the past trading to see if it can reach that high. Like here, it has reached that high. Over here, it might be the new high of the year, high of the past couple of years, and that might make you nervous because if it goes, once it starts reaching that resistance, that's typically when it starts to sell off. Whereas here, it still has that $7 to reach. Here, still has that $6 to reach. Had that big drop. This one's interesting. So this one has that trend line right here going on. It's at 387 right now. It was up at like $6 range, I think around the $5 range. Wow, a lot of institutional transactions, a lot of green. So that's definitely showing you that they're growing as a company. Quarter over quarter is good. I'm not making much money, but they're definitely growing. You look at the news. This biotech appears to have the right formula for investors. So you can always search different different things and base that off your trade. If you want to just do the technicalities, you can see that it has these technically are some lows it could go to. Like it could go all the way down to here for all we know. But it could. This is also high. There are bag holders up here in theory. Like someone probably got caught up here, and they've been averaging down. But it means that there are sellers up here. Like if anyone got caught in GNUS or Genus or whatever, there are bag holders up at the top. So that means that people are going to continue buying because they want to average down. So yeah, this one looks interesting for a swing. But yeah, that's how you look for swing plays in general. You're just looking for some. This is like for a strong swing play, because you don't want to be waiting too long on these swing plays. Otherwise, it'd be turning into a long hold or a beaten down play. Yeah, PSV. You're right. Though that was the alert, not PSTV. PSTV is way too high priced. Our PSV is 33 cents. Take care, Jessica. Take care. I don't know if Travis is still here. Will you go back to the over the screener settings you selected? Yeah. We're gonna be going over some of these as well, and so let's reset that. And yeah, for those in PBU, I will be posting all these settings as well for you guys, which is why it's a good thing to be in PBU, especially once these classes are only available to PBU. I will still be posting info. I'll still be posting some videos on YouTube for everyone to look at, but as far as the classes go, they'll be for PBU. Like I'll just be posting some content, like 5. It was like the past two classes or 2 videos, like the 5 things I wish I knew or 5 things I look at. I'll still be posting stuff like that. I have stuff for next week as well already lined up. Sector play. So this is basically you're looking for a hot sector today. There really isn't one, but like I guess basic materials and industrials are doing okay recently. So let's go with industrials. That one's pretty solid. It was top today. So you go to groups. This is how you find which one you want to look at, which play you're going to be searching for. So this is going to be a sector play. So what you do is you're going to go to the sector. So we're doing industrials. And then you just kind of, you can search anything that you want. It's really up to like what your type of, like what you like to search for that sector. So, for me, I'll do relative volume over 2. I'll do average volume over 200K. Typically over 200 or 300K means it's a relatively solid stock. Anything under that is kind of like a stock or company. And then we're going to do the under 500. Or sorry, under $5 for the make it a penny stock. And then you only really got 2 here. Where is, what do I look for? Tickers. Nope, charts. Keep doing that. So these are possible sector plays. So it looks like it has these both actually, because most sectors are, stocks kind of do the same thing. So it looks like they both had their low, like most stocks did back in March, April. Slowly been recovering. Let's do relative volume over 1 to narrow it down less so we can maybe get some more plays. We have 5 now. Let's just do RSI. Not overbought. Because we don't want to overbought play. Well, that's easy. We got 1. So this is one of those kind of beaten down plays as well, but it is in a sector that has been doing well. And so in theory, so here it is. I got beat down. Mars has been going up. Something must have happened here in this stock in particular. So you can always go down to the search. You're looking for like around June, or to the news. It's like around June. Private placement. It's really the only news here. But here it says they successfully converts Caribbean pilot into new contract. I don't know why that would make it go down. But if you have good news and it still goes down, that's not a good thing. But this one looks like it could technically, in the technical analysis, it could, at the very shortest, fill that gap up to here. Get a quick scalp. Maybe it can come up to 150 if you're long on it. If you're really long, get that nice 100% gain. But it does have downside, as you can see. It was trading at 50 cents at one point before it started going up. Looks like it started going up because of that conference. So earnings September 3rd. Oh, so that was probably the earnings weren't so good. So people sold. Maybe they sold it too much. Maybe that was a overreaction. So you would do some research on the company itself. You go under news, look in the comments, because even though we don't use the comments only to get into a stock, once you do some scans and once you do your own analysis, then you can start looking at what people are saying about it. All right. That's a sector stock. So you just go to sector, go to groups first, look at a hot sector, and then select that sector, and then kind of do your own. You can play around with your own type of scans. You can do ones that are above the moving average. You can do ones that are low floats. Here with a float, you can do like the over 10 mil. That's really up to you. Let's look at one of Lee's types of scans, something that Lee might scan for, and who here knows what types of plays Lee likes to scan for? Or not scan for, but just alert in general. So Lee has we have two alerters and penny boys. Big Quench kind of does a little bit of everything as far as what he gives out for alerts. Like he'll give out day trades, he'll give out swing trades, he'll do options a lot. But Lee, as far as the swing trades go, are usually very similar, and they have one thing in common. Who knows what that is? There we go. You could probably take a guess, take a gander from what these all look like. Bounce swings. Candy Diet is correct. Swing and reversals. No is correct. Travis is also correct. Long dead cats. Gaps. Those are all good. Those are all actually correct answers. Yeah. He likes those beaten down plays. He likes those plays that have that gap to fill. He likes those bounce plays, but typically it's a longer swing. And as you can see, the reason why these kind of all similar to that, they all either have a gap to fill, like this one right here has that gap to fill, or they are looking to bounce. As you see, this one keeps bouncing, or they're just what was someone else like a dead cat bounce. Like so, this one's like a bounce play almost. Like hopefully it'll bounce back up. This one looks like it has a gap to fill. This one just doesn't. These two don't look like they're doing so hot, so I wouldn't really. Oh, there's Naked Brown brand. TBLT. Actually, these are two. I think that he's probably alerted these a couple in the past. Actually, all these look kind of familiar. I've been looking at this one for a while now. Actually, I've been waiting for that little reversal. Because I personally don't like these types of plays too much. I like to put them on my watch list. Like maybe I'll buy in 10%. So that I can watch it so I don't forget about it. But I do have a beaten down watch list, which has, actually I have best on there. I think I have think it was I think Naked Brand Groups was on there. I'm pretty sure that Timber is on there as well. But so I do these scans every so often just to see if any new ones pop up. It's usually the same ones, like the ones that are just they're just waiting. They're waiting for something. They're like praying. They're like, please give me some news. Can I have something? Like just throw me a bone. And eventually, they have a big gap to fill. So once they get that bone thrown to them, ideally this one could eventually go up to $7 if whatever the reason it went down, goes back up again for that same reason. This one was trading up at 250. Now it's at 15 cents. That'd be a nice. That'd be a nice play if you can get that at 15 cents and it goes at 250. But these ones, they take a while because they don't just come up because you want them to. They need a catalyst, whether that be news, whether that be earnings, and that's why Lee is good at going into all these different plays and finding, this one, this company has, a phase 3 trial coming up, or this company has earnings, and it seems like they might beat their earnings, and whatever that reason may be, he's good at finding that stock. Saga asked, how do you use Finviz to find a call or put option? There is a scan for that. I didn't actually put it on for this class. We can do that for another one, like just strictly option scans. But with option plays, you can also just use all these different types of scans that we've been doing. Because with the option for a call, you want to make sure that it's going to be going up. So you find stocks through these type of scans that you think are going to go up. And then what you do is you look at the Greeks, which we went over, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. And you use the Greeks to see if it might be a good play for you, if it might be worth getting into, or if it's at a good deal. With the delta being what would happen if the stock price goes up $1. You got your theta is time decay. But yeah, you can check out that video as well to see how the Greeks work and see how you can use that in options trading. But yeah, we'll do a separate class for just finding options scans. What I just do. Let's look for some volatile stocks. Most penny stocks are volatile, but we're gonna be looking for like the most volatile out of all penny stocks. So you're looking for your beta over 1, relative volume over 5, current volume 5 to 10. It's really up to you. Let's do 5 for now, and if we want to go up from there, we can go up from there. So these are like real volatile stocks. Got 9. Let's see how many penny stocks there are. So 3. You just go to charts, so you can see all the charts. Oh, ENSV. That was definitely an alert, I want to say. See it bounced up there. So these are ones that have a lot of volume, basically, and they're on the volatile side. Beta is another way to measure a stock's price volatility relative to the market. An asset with a beta of 0 means this price is not at all correlated with the market. A positive beta means the asset generally follows the market, and a negative beta shows the asset inversely follows the market. Decreases in value if the market goes up. Typically speaking, beta, if it's higher beta, it's a little more on the volatile side. I'm not loving any of these myself. This has a weird candle going on there. I wouldn't trust that. This one just hasn't had a lot of volume recently. It looks like I don't know why all of a sudden. But even if it does go up, it already. I mean, how high can this one really go? I doubt it's gonna. Yeah, so I'm not a huge fan of any of these in particular. But that is one way of looking at plays that are on the more volatile side. Just checking the chat. All right, so next up is going to be another way of looking up low floats. So you're going to go to Signal. If I could find the signal, there it is. It's up here. So this is something that's a little bit different. We're going up here now. This will show you. Remember when we went to the home page and it showed you all the ones that had double bottoms, wedge up, downgrades, upgrades, new highs, new lows. You can also look for those kind of stocks here as well. Like some people only trade ones that have a new high, because typically people think that once it gets over that new high a day, it's going to keep going. So some people just search that. So for low floats, you're going to look for top gainers. Where is top gainers? There it is, right at the top. Of course, top gainers at the top. That makes sense. You're going to do your float under 10 mil. Volume over 500K. Relative volume over 1. And that will show you 23 different stocks. So if you want, since we do penny stocks, you're going to do the under $5. Now you got 8 stocks. So these are possible low floats. We went over what that meant earlier. So, it's really up to you what type of play you're into. The ones that are already on the way up. These ones, what you would do is you probably put these ones, like these types of plays right here, you put them on your watch list. Wait to see if there is a drawback a little bit, like a little bounce, and then get it on the way back up again. Or you would just buy right into it if you really strongly feel like it's going to keep going up. And then you have these ones, which, you put them, once again, you see that this has a little maybe double bottom going on over here. Your hope is that now will come back up. It already beat this little area. Now you're hoping it'll go up to this area. So it, went to here, went up, went down, and then hopefully it'll come back up to like around here. This one, I don't really like that one. Here you go. This one is nice. SLS. Like ideally, this one will come back up, fill that gap to, I think we already looked at this one, 350. Yeah, that was the one we looked at already. See, so some scans give you the same thing. I think we already did a separate type of low float search, but this is another way of looking at low floats. Because one low float search might miss, something that a different low float search will search. So SLS might be something worth putting on your watch list, possibly. Maybe doing some research on it. Hopefully it'll be doing this again and go up. If you get that at 255. Ideally, you would get an average. So it had a big spike up today. It went up. This one. See, what I usually do is I go on my Webull, because Webull has a lot better charts. Like this is just the daily. Finviz is not really a charting app. So it looks like today. I'll look in a minute. It was trading, it was like a 183. So in the day's range, it went from 208 to 257. So it went up 15% today. So you might think it might have some pullback before it continues going back up. So right now it's at the top. If you look at the daily, we pull up your Bollinger Bands for SLS and Webull. So you're looking at the daily and looking at the Bollinger Bands. You can see it's right at that top, which means that it's kind of at that overbought area. The RSI is like around 70. You can even look at this and see the RSI is like 58, so it's closer to 70 than it is 30. MACD is showing that it is currently reversing, so MACD is looking good. And moving average are showing possible reversal. Fibonacci. This one actually looks pretty decent. I would see if we can get a little pullback, maybe to like 238. That was the high of the day before. So yesterday it went all the way to 238, and then it went down again and closed around 220. But then today it went all the way up and it stayed up there. That was a pretty strong candle. I would watch tomorrow to see if it gets another strong candle up or if it starts to get some pullback. But I would look for a buy anywhere between 238, maybe like 221, 238, 221, or if it keeps on going, then just I'll continue watching it and see what happens. But it could possibly, like your first target would be like 310, and then from there 368. And if you're really looking, you're really looking to hold that, you can look for that $4, 443 range, and that would give you a good, like, 20-30% probably. I'm not the best at math. Oh, yeah, you're looking at, let's see, from here, so it's 19, so 18. So yeah, looking around 20%, probably more. So that's something worth looking at, putting on your radar, putting on your, whatchamacallit, your watch list. And Travis, so why? Uh, each different scaling, each one of these scans, there is a reason why. If I was to go over every single one in detail, we've already been here for like an hour and 15. We would be here all night. um, Top right corner. Oh yeah. So the thing about the time frame, like if you click intraday for Finviz, it says you had to do your 24 a month, which I'm not interested in because I'm not, I'm already putting money in the stock market as is. But that being said, it isn't. It doesn't hurt sometimes to invest in yourself. Like that's what I did when I joined Penny Boys. I was like, well, that's $75. I can definitely turn that into, like what I did is I turned my 400 into 1500 with the Penny Boys alerts. So for me, it was definitely worth the investment. But yeah, the reason why we can do like a couple more, I'll do some more videos like going over each of these scans and why it's that scan or why it's that. But like basically what you would do is in order to make these scans, you would go to screener and kind of just go to all and then kind of like just scroll your mouse over all these to see like what it means, and then kind of like piece, it's like a puzzle, like piecing it together. Like, all right, so if I'm looking for a stock that, like if I'm looking for a bounce play, it means that it's at its low. So I'd be looking for the 52-week low. I'd be looking for something like close to the low. I want something with decent volume. So I'd be looking for something over 200K because 200K volume is typically like anything underneath that is meh. And obviously the price would be penny stock. If you're looking for a continuation, you want to, you're thinking, all right, I want something that's currently going up. So maybe you go to performance, do today up. Maybe you're looking for just the SMAs, everything, the price above the SMA. Maybe you want to look for one that has the 50-day SMA below the 20 and the 200 below the 50 because that means the moving averages are trending up. And you maybe want to do it not overbought. Like it's kind of like just piecing a puzzle together, going backwards. So you say, what do I want to look for? And then what do I like? What would that stock need to be like before you even scan? Like, all right, so if I'm looking for all right, so let's say what am I looking for? I'm looking for a stock that is a continuation stock, one that's continuing to go up, and that I want to get it as it continues to go up because I don't want to do that whole, watching it bounce up and down. I don't want to bag hold. I don't want to possibly stop out. I just want to buy it, do like one or two quick buys and then sell it really quick. So that's a continuation play. So what is that like? What does that mean? It means a stock that is currently going up, hopefully not overbought. So then, how do I find that? Well, there's a couple ways. You can go to performance. You can go to your moving averages. You can go to your 52-week high and low. You can do, if you want to look at the volume, you can do your relative volume, RSI. You want to make sure it's not overbought. It's just kind of like piecing the puzzle backwards from there. Never for this thing. Oh, it does. Crap. What was that ticker again? The one that I was looking at? SAS? No. So the percent gain for the day. Let's just go for this one in general. You're seeing the top right corner. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so it would tell you how much it went up that day. Yeah, I think that one was, what was it? SLS. That's what it was. Sell Life Science Group. No, it's pressed home. Oh yeah, so that went up, yeah, 15.91% on the day. So it went up 35 cents today. So typically when it goes up over 10%, it might have a little pullback coming up. But this one probably will end up hitting that $3 range at the very least. So this would be one that I would look for is SLS. Out of all the scans we've done, that's one I like so far the best. And I typically like to, I'll put like 4, 15, 20 um, stocks on my candy diet. Take care. Playing with the site. Yeah, it's so honestly candy diet. Once I found this thing, I just like, oh my god, this is amazing. I just play with it. That's what you gotta do is just play it. It's like a new toy. You just play. Gotta play with it over and over again, like a video game, until you get good. It's like having a video game with no instructions, but this is me trying to give a little bit of instructions, or at least a little bit of a layout. And what you can eventually do is, if you really have the time, go through each of these and go to Investopedia.com and see how they all work, and then from there you can kind of piece it together. Like if I'm looking for this type of stock, I can do this, and that, and find that type of stock. So last one, I think. Let's see. We just did low float. Let's do short squeeze. We only have, I think we have what, one, two more left. Two more left. You have breakout stocks, and short squeeze. So let's see. Unusual volume. How do I look at that? Oh yeah, it's under signal, unusual volume. I'm hoping that's there. Yeah, there it is. So signal, unusual volume, which means it has volume. Well, you can figure that's unusual volume. It's a volume that's not typical of that stock. Float short over 20%. You can't find float short. There it is. Float short over 20%. And I am going to make a video kind of doing this, but like really quickly without all the explanations for those who want to kind of like just get the scans, like boom, boom, boom. This is how they work. And then I'll also be doing a video going over all of these individually, because like I said, the PBU classes are going to be for premium only. But I need stuff to put out for all you guys in the free stocks. So I'll be putting out some stuff like that, things that are not being covered by PBU. PBU is more so about making a trading plan, becoming your own trader, but these will be just little tips and tricks. Float under 10 million. And that's it. That's it for short squeeze. And there's no stocks. Fuck you. All right, let's do under 5 million. Am I allowed to swear on YouTube? I don't even know. That's really good. So it doesn't want to give me anything. Let's really. So aren't that many shy? That's because it wasn't a green. Oh, it was a really red day today. Yeah, usually this doesn't happen unless it's a green day in the market the day before. So that's why you're not typically getting that many. I don't even like that one at all. So yeah, that one we'll just skip for now. But ideally it would be unusual volume, float short over 20%, and float under 10 mil. Right now there aren't many because we had a real red day in the market yesterday, or today. And breakout stocks. So this is another way of finding a breakout stock. Price above SMA 20. Where are you? Price, nope. Price above, there you go, SMA 20. SMA 50 below SMA 20. So that means that the moving average 50 is below the moving average 20. So the 20 moving average is above the 50-day moving average. And when you're looking at moving averages, a stock is trending up if the 200-day moving average is below the 50-day, and the 50-day is below the 20-day. So it doesn't matter if it's 200; it could be 180-day. As long as the higher day moving average, so 180 is higher than 50, or 200 is higher than 50. The higher day moving average is below the lower day moving average. That means that it's trending up. So then SMA 200 below the SMA 50. So this means that the price is above the SMA 20, and the moving averages are trending up as well. Yeah. So that will show you that. You want to look for a new high of day. It's under performance? No. I don't know, it's under, where is it? Where do I find this 52-week, 50-day? Skip that one for over 1 for relative volume. I'm like drawing a blank all of a sudden how to do the new high a day. Return on equity over 20%. So this is kind of the fundamental part of it. So you're looking for solid companies in this scan. So the return on equity this means they're making money as a company, and this means the under 1 for debt equity. This means that they are not in debt. And sometimes you just don't, you just can't find any because there aren't a lot of stocks trending up right now. I did this scan like a couple months, like a month ago, or or 3 months ago. It was like 2 months ago in the other video, on the other Finviz video, and we had like 10 or 8 stocks. But because we're in a red market, you kind of like just gotta go back and just like modify your scans so you can get something. Let's do return on equity just positive. There we go. So yes, this will show you some possible breakout stocks. This is a weird day to do scans because of how red everything is and like how many stocks you just don't necessarily want to be getting into. Like a lot of people are cash heavy, if not all cash, like a lot of the big traders in the industry. Like I got some friends that aren't in penny boys or that don't do these Discord groups or anything like that. Like they're like legit like investors, and they're like down to like 10% equity, 10% equity, or 8%, like 14, 15% equity. When usually they're like 40, 50, 60, 80. So it's definitely a telltale sign that it's definitely not an investor's market right now. It's kind of a trader's market. So this is kind of looking for a breakout. Like this is actually right here. It might be doing a double top. So you're hoping it gets up there, and then there's no, after that there'll be no resistance. So it might come back up again. GNE. Genie Energy. That's an interesting name, like Aladdin. So yeah, ideally this one, like kind of like right here, it had that double top, then it went, above new high day. It's kind of trending up. So we're thinking ideally it's gonna do this and then come up again, to that purple line up here, like around 950. So making like 50 cent per share gain, and then ideally it would keep going up and up and up because it's it's a pretty decent company, quarter over quarter. Earnings per share, I'm sorry, the quarterly earnings growth is pretty good. The sales is not bad. So, things are looking pretty good for this stock. Some confidence is lacking, so you definitely want to check out the news and all that, and you want to get a second opinion. Maybe go on Webull News, maybe go on Stockmaster News or whatever you use for news and all that. But yeah, that is I can't even tell you you'll get demonetized for cussing. I'll bleep it out. How about that? You'll hear a quack every time I cuss. I should get a quack like for my actual videos that we have, because I have playlists editing my videos going forward, and I should just have them quack me out every time I swear. But yeah, that is some scans. Saga says, I will definitely be using Finviz now. Thanks for the introduction. Yeah, honestly, all it takes for a lot of people with Finviz is just kind of seeing, oh, it is confusing, but it's not impossible. And there's a lot going on with Finviz. You can look up so much stuff, so many things. You can look up news. This tells you all this different news that's going on. You can see the different blogs. 12 steps to create your own pandemic. What? Why would you want to create your own pandemic? That's a weird blog. How much money do you do communication majors? What the heck? This has nothing to do with stocks. Biden's gun control claim at odds with crime stats. How COVID-19 is transforming the world. Okay, well, this is interesting. But yeah, then they actually have stock stuff going on here on the left. You have your screener. You can do your maps. This is fun. Shows you your little S&P shows you the world map. So this kind of shows you how everyone's doing. Go away. So it's Canada. You got your Mexico. It's Colombia. That's where I was born. South Africa, Australia, Japan's doing pretty well, it looks like. Big Mike getting them raffle tickets. Ireland. Yeah, so this shows you all that. You can look at just full, which shows you, I assume, oh my gosh, everything. So I think this is everything, including the world stocks. I'm not 100% sure. No, all stocks. So this is on U.S. Stock Exchange. Okay, so that was S&P 500 is what you usually look at when you look at this map. You can look at everything, so every U.S. stock exchange. And when it's extra green, that means it's, get out of here, it's 3%. A little bit green is 2%. There's an ad. 1% is that dark green, gosh. And then 0% is gray. I'm not going to put my mouse over it. 1% would be that, and you can see in the bottom right hand, like the darker the red, the more it went up. The darker the green, the darker the red, the more it went down. The darker the green, the more it went up. And portfolio, I don't know, I don't have one of those. This shows you all the insider trading. Futures are always fun to look at. Orange juice. Orange juice is going up, guys. If you want to be freshly squeezed, you can get some OJ. If you like cocoa, that's going up. Gold's up, silver's up, platinum's up, copper. If you're trying to invest in gold, you've been going up ever since March, it looks like. It's been killing it. But yeah, so Forex trading, if you're into that kind of stuff, you can do crypto. If you like your crypto, is Dogecoin down here? Probably not. No. But Bitcoin looks like it's been doing well. Back test me. Let's see. Nope, you can't do that. But yeah, so that's Finviz for you. I hope that helped for those who, maybe were a little bit nervous as far as Finviz goes. I hope that kind of, made you realize like, oh, I can do Finviz. It's something that isn't impossible. It's not for just big time stock traders. Anyone can use Finviz. All it just takes, like anything, is practice. So yeah, I hope that helped. I hope that you guys have a basic understanding of Finviz. Like I said, going forward, I'll be doing some more specific classes on low float stock scans or option only stock scans, day trade stock scans, breakout stock scans, like gap fillers. And we'll do like 5 or 6 different, thanks my feathered friend, 5 or 6 different, scans just for a certain type of play. This was just kind of giving you some basic ones that you can now play around with. Because like I said, it's all kind of individually based. Like it's all what you need to do, like what you want to do. Like if you can play around with all those different types of scans. You don't have to do that exact scan that I showed you. But what I kind of gave you was like a base. Like this is what you can base it on, and then play around with it from there. Like I said, we will do some videos on each specific type of scan going forward. We'll also do a video on some options scans. I know that some people were asking about that. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed. I am, throughout the whole stream, almost done with the NutriBullet now. And good job, Big Mike, for figuring out what was in here. I think you said spinach, carrot, and protein powder, so you were right. Those are 3 ingredients in there. Thanks for those who stuck around to the end. Let's give out 5 more raffle tickets for those who stuck it out, because that was a long class. That was an hour 20. So I'm gonna give out 5 raffle tickets. Let's see the first. Let's do 1 ticket to the first person who can. I don't know if everyone's been here since the beginning, but if anyone can name one of those catchphrases that I use, one of my catchphrases, I'll give a ticket to someone for that. I'll give a ticket for somebody who. Man, I don't have this prepared. I wasn't ready to give out tickets today. One person, I'll give a ticket out to that that play. If you can name that play that we liked, the bounce play that's currently coming up that was at the $2 range, going to $4. If you can name that play, I'll give a ticket to you. We'll do ticket to someone who just posted the funniest thing on the chat in the next 2 minutes. Actually, we'll give out tickets. That's the last thing. Anyone who the next 3 funniest tickets. Someone else that people are answering. So I'm gonna give one to what screensavers on your TV? Oh, that's the Roku TV basic screensaver. I had it set to the Penny Boys. I was gonna start playing now. One of my old classes, so I haven't had a little Penny Boys logo in the back. Doesn't want to load. There it is. I knew that was gonna happen. That my old classes had the what was it, dubstep, really loud. Was now just started blasting back there. But turn the computer off as well. So let's see. Let's see who got the catchphrases. So first one was Travis. Travis, what is your Discord? Because you are correct. Make some bread is definitely one of my catchphrases. I do have another one. If anyone can get that one, I'll give them tickets as well. What do the apples say to the other apple? They're gonna pick us. What's going on back there? Biggest joke I've ever heard now. My life, Scrotus McDingle. What's up, Scrotus McDingle? You are always killing it on the homework. My phone is autocorrected to Scottish McDingle, so there's that. Yeah, you're always killing it on Scottish McDonald. Okay, this does not like your name. You've always been killing it on the homework, Scrotus McDingle. I do remember that, so glad to see you getting tickets. Oh yeah, so yeah, the funny things. Whoever can make me laugh. 3 more tickets will get the person who can make me. Oh, SLS, right. Someone did get that. Let's see who did that first. Nick 2086. Another new member program, or I guess OG from the new members program. Nick 2086. So that's 2. So now we have 3 more. And that's going to be whoever can make me laugh in the chat. So what do the apples say? I know they're going to pick us. Yeah, that did make me laugh. Saga, what's your Discord? Of course, Kev Cave. How are you all out of funny, Kev Cave? You're always the funniest. It was totally EFM, UVFM. That would take that. That would do it to me. Kev Cave, I'm gonna give you some tickets. I literally just laughed. Yeah, I was in EPFM like at $3, and I was like, I'm gonna sell this to break even, and then I regretted it for a minute, and then now I don't. How do you get a squirrel like you? Act like a nut. Vika, is it Vika or Vika? I don't know. I guess you can't really. Oh, Marco, right? Marco with the dollar sign. I remember seeing you in chat a lot. You were asking about what was it? Your spike in your stock. You're asking about why it spiked during the month on Robinhood. I think it probably was a reverse split or something. Kev Cave. You're always commenting about the hair, Kev Cave. I'll give you 2 raffle tickets. No, I'm just kidding. I can't. I'm not gonna. Because then everyone's gonna start talking about the hair. So yes, so Marco or Saga, Vika. I think I said that right. Vika, Kev Cave. Wait, what? Oh, so Saga got 2 then, huh? Yeah. Wait, no. Oh, I wrote down Saga twice, so hold on. So we have Scrooge McDingle, Nick 26. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, we still have 2 more. 2 more tickets to give out. Vika. Okay, Vika. So I did say it wrong. My bad. What's it? Joseph Malik. What's your Discord? All right, and Adam. Adam, what's your Discord? Are we all gonna go in? Are we going all in on Isaiah? Y'all know? Yeah, I did. Sorry. I gotta look at Vika. Sorry about that, Vika. That's gonna happen. There was someone else. I forget who else's name. I kept mispronouncing. You're the new person now who I'm gonna keep mispronouncing. There was somebody else at one point. Vika. Not like a Vika. Yeah, so yeah, Kev Cave got one, Vika got one, Marco got one, Nick 20. I'm gonna give one to Joseph and Adam. Oh, Eclipse. Oh, Jesus Christ. What's up, Eclipse? Eclipse is a freaking genius. A, with the homework, he always like was number one in the homework. With B, and Jay Malik. Oh, I know Jay Malik. And B, he's just ridiculous with the graphics. Like if you guys see these, actually this one he didn't make. That was a that one. No, that one he did make. Yeah, he makes all these graphics. So special thanks to Adam, to Eclipse. What did 8 say to 1? What's your Discord? That's kind of funny. But I already gave away all the tickets. What do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear. That's a dad joke. I like that one. That's hilarious. Speaking of dad jokes, check out Big Quench's podcast on I forget what it's called. Sandals, Stocks and Sandals. There it is. I almost called it Sandals and Stocks, but Stocks and Sandals. Really good podcast. Actually, I've only listened to that one episode, but I liked that one. Definitely check it out. Stocks and Sandals. The Big Quench was on it. Our main alerter from Penny Boys. And for those of you not in Penny Boys, check us out at discord.gg/pennyboys or dadmincapital.com. It's DADMIN capital.com to get into premium. We are starting our Penny Boys University courses in 2 weeks, and they're only going to be for the premium members, for the Penny Boys University members. So if you're new to trading, you want to kind of figure out how to make your own trading plan, how to turn into your own trader, how to not be stuck in those Weeble comments and StockTwits plays like Genus, and how to not buy at the top. Then join the PBU, join the premium. You'll also get alerts. But that was hilarious. Saga got that raffle ticket for sure. Nick 2086. Oh, Nick 2086. Yeah, the one about options. Yeah, you listen to the podcast. I'm so ADD trying to do my spiel about Penny Boys. I'm like, oh, chat. It's more fun talking to you guys than plugging anything for that matter. The next stocks. Oh, how was that Subby Snack? I keep want to say Subby Snack, but Subby SNCK. How was the Stocks and Sandals podcast in general? So you said you listened to the other one. I only listened to the one that had Big Quench in it. Dabbing in. little dab action going on. But so check us out, Penny Boys. Discord.gg/pennyboys. Join the premium so you can get in on the trading classes. Subscribe to WTD Penny Boys because I will be posting content on here. Next week I have 2 things coming up. I forgot the name. 2 videos coming up. I think it's called like Stock Trading Made Simple and then Stock Options Made Simple. Stock trading is not simple. Stock options is not simple, but it's a simple breakdown of how it works. Like it's kind of a simple explanation. I use airline tickets as a real life example. You'll see. Subi snacks. Subi. Oh, so I'm not only am I saying Subi wrong, I'm also just saying SNCK for no reason. It's like when I said Vika. So I'm just killing it today with the pronunciations of you guys' names. Just 100%. So Subi Snacks, Vika, Nick 2086, Kev Cave, Joseph, Shakar, Eclipse. I will see you guys next time. I'll see everyone who is watching this not live next time. You made it to the end. Good for you. Congratulations. Join me, next Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll be doing those stock trading made simple, options made simple, kind of a real life explanation of how that kind of stuff works, just to kind of break it down for everybody. It's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll be doing some more Finviz fun the next week. Some level 2 fun as well. At least your hair's like, thank you, Vika. See, I keep having to Make sure I get it right before I say it. So Stocks and Sandals was entertaining. Check out Stocks and Sandals. Why not? I'll plug Stocks and Sandals. Check out Stocks and Sandals. Oh, take care, Mike. Big Mike. I hate those names. So yeah, we'll see you next time. Just trying to get to that catchphrase. Everyone's distracting me. You guys are so much fun to talk to. Pretty good. They interviewed another pro trader about how he picks stocks. Pretty much the same idea as you guys, but he's well, that's yeah. A lot of people don't like us because they don't know how to follow the alerts the right way. But hey, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, that's why you join PBU, so you can learn how to follow the alerts the right way so that you can join me, What the Duck, and together we can